Extra, tell all about it. It's Dave's Big Dictionary. Here's the deal. Earlier in the show, I took this Merriam-Webster's dictionary with 75,000 definitions in it. I thumbed through it, poked my finger in a truly random place, and came up with a word. And now I've got to talk, somehow, extemporaneously, about that word. And the word that we came up with is tap. Now, in there, it's the verb form, meaning, to tap someone on the head, to motion to them, or you can tap someone to do something, to appoint them, you are tapped to take over the treasury, etc., and so forth. But I'm going to go a little bit differently, using the same word, and using the word kind of noun and verb for the same thing, and potatoes will appreciate this. We're going to talk about tap the dance. And two of my memories about this. Because I cannot dance. I have not only I've got 8 left feet, to be quite honest. I can be graceful. I have decent motion, especially for upper body. But when it comes to keeping my feet coordinated, no way, never going to happen. So, my first memory of tap dancing goes back to elementary school and a talent show that we had, and literally this was Bialik School, Hebrew Elementary School, had to be maybe 4th or 5th grade. And there was a kid named Ian. I haven't found him on Facebook, I don't know what happened to him, but Ian was, he was taking tap lessons, which was a pretty, for a bunch of Jewish right-wing-ish kids back then, to do something like that was a little gutsy. So Ian was this kid. He'd been taking tap dance lessons, and there it was. Suddenly he was dressed very nicely, this, 9-year-old kid, and he did a song, and it's weird how you remember things randomly, like hours and hours, hundreds of hours I spent in elementary school, and remember very little, and barely remember some teachers or their names, and yet I remember Ian doing Destination Moon while dancing, tapping. And we're not talking about Frank Zappa's Concentration Moon. We're talking about a song that's basically been forgotten, but I even remember some of the lyrics. It's like, we'll take a trip on a rocket ship, we'll have a happy honeymoon, let the world go by and away we'll fly, Destination Moon. And then he went into a tap break. And we all applauded it, but it was just so weird to see one of our own, who was just this normal, half-decent student, taking Hebrew lessons and taking math and English, and because we're an all-day school like that, and then suddenly seeing him up there in this totally different, quite alien context. And it didn't make me want to dance, but it did perhaps become one of those early things, one of those early nascent moments that told me, you can get up in front of other people, do something creative, and people will watch you and pay attention, and then they're going to applaud. There's something to that. I rather liked that. And we didn't make fun of him, because a male guy tap dance, but none of that. No, we were too young even to be pubescent, so there wasn't any of that coming in either anyway. But that was cool, and I dug it. But I also knew that I remember my aunt trying to teach me how to do disco steps back when I was in my teens, and somehow assuming that I would be going to proms and things and taking girls and dancing with them, which I never did. But, trying to, her showing me over and over again how to do a box step. Front, side, in a box. Dude. And then managing it barely, although she was leading, wasn't going to happen. And then, lo and behold, I figured I'd never really have to dance again. Joyce and I, sometimes we think, wouldn't it be fun to take a lesson in dancing? And we actually done line dancing, and that was kind of fun. But wouldn't it be nice to take a dance class, just to do something else from what we do all the time, which is work and watch TV. That's our whole lives. So let's have an activity. Let's have something fun. Let's go. We have not taken dance classes, but I get through my life, I get through like 40-something years of my life without having to deal with dancing in front of anybody. I don't dance like nobody's watching, I just don't dance. But I come here to UNC, and I go for a master's degree in theater education. I already had a master's degree, but hey, it's free tuition, so why not get another one? So I did. And in terms of theater education, what you're doing is you're learning A, how to teach, and B, how specifically to teach theater and all the different aspects of that discipline. So teaching directing, there wasn't really a playwriting aspect, but there's certainly acting, how to teach acting, and then how to deal with design, lighting, and sound equipment, and costuming. And there also was a choreography and dance component, which involved making us, our little 15-person or 10-person cohort, dance. Yeah. And, I think I actually got an A in that course. There's no reason I should have gotten an A in that course, except I tried. But oh my God, they have these other, the girls, of course, they were fabulous. And they could get all the steps, and some of them, these are teachers. And teachers have directed plays, so they've already been dancing. They know how to do it. They know how to teach it. And they look beautiful and pretty, and they just, but no problem. And I'm there literally trying to do the steps that I didn't even have time to practice because the whole course is over in 2.5 days. It's like a summer intensive. And I'm just going back, forth, do the hat thing. No, get me down. And I literally wanted to run out of the room. And wouldn't you know, and I'm not going to tell you where to find it. I don't know where to find it. But somewhere on YouTube, one of our cohort posted the final project, our final dance for the course. And I'm on there somewhere doing what I do. And of all the things that I never, ever want to watch myself doing ever again, it's that. It's trying to, and it wasn't quite, it was sort of tap. It was shuffle, step, and these other words that I don't. So I'm 54. Am I 54 or 53? Let me think. Yeah, I must be 54 years old now. I don't foresee many more opportunities or necessities for me to dance again. And that's kind of a good thing. So count yourself lucky. I may do the occasional hora or upper body boogie on here, but that's about as far as old Dave is going to go. And that kind of does it, thank God, for Dave's Big Dictionary on this Saturday, May 19th, 2018, in the Daverhood. Dave Lefkowitz here, finishing up our 651st program